Hey Fab Girls, if you want to make your tummy look flatter in an instant without having to do much different but getting dressed, then this video is for you. If you're new to my channel, and even if you're not, welcome. I am so excited to have you here. I'm Tracy Gold, and it's my absolute passion to give you fashion tips that make you look and feel fabulous no matter your age. So for this style makeover video, I have my friend and Emmy award-winning news anchorwoman Vanessa Tyler in studio with me so that I can show you tips. Because listen ladies, there's only so much that I can show you on my body shape. We all have different shapes and sizes, and that's why I wanted to do these style makeover videos. I hear you ladies, those ladies who are putting comments on my channel saying, yes, well that's easy for you because look at you. Or yes, that's easy for you because, well, I'm different. So I'm doing style makeover videos to show you a variety of women, a variety of different shapes and sizes. But be aware, ladies, we are all unique and different. And these are general tips that you will need to implement for yourself and make work for you. There's no rules, they're just tips. So let's get started. Now, Vanessa has told me that one of her biggest style challenges is to make her tummy look flat. She doesn't want to have to wear all the support underwear or finds it doesn't really work. So let me show you some of the tips that I've helped her to implement, and you can hopefully implement them too. Here you can see Vanessa full length, which I think is very important. So Vanessa, you know, this is a very fitting garment, and I know you like to wear things very fitted. How do you feel in this dress?
I feel fantastic in the dress.
Okay.
It could maybe be just a tad bit looser, but material is forgiving.
Okay.
So I do like material with spandex and some kind of stretch in it to hug the curves. So again, this is pretty much the style of dress I'm used to, in varying designs, you know, depending on the occasion, work or going out, speaking engagements, but.
Okay. So now let's look at what a printed slimming panel dress looks like, and then we can compare.
Perfect.
So the first thing that we're going to try here for Vanessa, especially because of your tummy and the area that you're not wanting to show, is a wrap top. Okay.
I like it.
And in a pattern fabric. Now, what's so important about this is that there's enough wrap. Okay. So, Vanessa, you are very well endowed, which I'm very envious.
Yes.
Very envious because I clearly don't have that problem. So, what we want to do is really just to define your bust. Okay, and that's very important because a V neckline is hugely beneficial. Now, you are showing a tiny bit of cleavage, so if you were on camera and you're in an important business meeting, you could just pop a cami on underneath that rather than going for a bigger size. Because often what women do, they make the mistake. I know you're very good about this, but a lot of women will go for a bigger size and then they lose the shape of the dress, of the outfit.
Absolutely.
And they have all this extra fabric underneath here and it doesn't fit so well. So what you rather want to do is go for something that gives you nice fit and definition, and then put your cami on underneath that. But I mean, I don't think that's you're not excessively showing cleavage, just a tiny bit. Would you wear this to work?
Well, you know what? It depends. I think I would be able to get away with it and anchoring on camera. I've got to see how I look straight ahead.
Yes.
Because I don't want to show too much because I have so much. Now, normally if somebody else was a little less endowed, I would say, absolutely, this is perfect. But when you will have a little more, you have to be just a slightly more conscious of the fact that you do have a little more. So I have to look at it. I don't know whether I could. And another thing I really talking about making the shape out of its shape and design. You know, maybe sometimes, and I see women doing this as well, they gather, they pin, but then you can see that because it's really pulling on that. So I don't think that's a solution too.
And sometimes that makes you look right there,
it makes you look right there.
Yes.
So sometimes it may be, maybe this is not the top for that occasion, but it certainly could be a top for other occasions because it looks fantastic.
And the thing is that you could pop a body stocking like what I'm wearing underneath. You could put a body stocking underneath that. You can put a cami on underneath it, and it'll still give you definition. Now to come back to the tummy area, what's so important is that this wrap top fits into here, okay? So when you first put it on, I just want to show, I'm not going to flash her, but when Vanessa I first put it on, this is what she did. Okay, and this is the typical thing that women do with wrap tops. Okay, can you see, ladies, the difference? Look at how she looks with that versus when you're tying it
a little higher.
Because what you want to do is you want to emphasize your narrowest point, not your widest point. Okay, so when it's sitting here, then we're emphasizing that the ties are going down the body. Because there's a pattern, it disguises the tummy, and a wrap top is very, very flattering for this kind of thing. It just works like a bomb, and it's one of the easiest styles to wear when you're wanting to de-emphasize your tummy. And then so are wrap dresses as well, because wrap dresses work perfectly for that. A lot of women are afraid of wrap dresses because they say, well, they just don't fit right. Well, it's because there often isn't enough wrap to go around. So make sure that it's a generous wrap, that it's going to fit you really well, and that you can still move around and feel comfortable.
Love
so move around, Vanessa. Can you feel, can you move around? Move around in it. Yes, there we go. Okay, maybe my movement's different to your movement. You see, there you go.
You know what, Tracy, I have to tell you, I really do love wrap dresses. They are traditional. I have many of them, and I enjoy wearing them. In fact, this holiday season, I had a sparkly wrap dress that I happened to wear to an event, and I just really, really loved it. It really looked very chic and really pulled together.
I love that. I love that you say, I looked very chic and pulled together. So ladies, when you are chic and pull it together, own it, girls. Go for it. Do it, and do it well. Fabulous, Vanessa. Okay, so now I'm going to try, now I know you love wrap dresses, so I'm going to try a slimming panel dress so that you can try that out.
Perfect.
Cool. Okay, so I've put Vanessa in what I call the slim panel dress. And there's a couple of things to notice about this dress and why this really works for her. So first of all, I mean, the obvious, right, is the panels on the side. I mean, Vanessa, what do you think about these panels?
You know, I like that. I like because this is very forgiving, and it makes it you look slimmer. So I do like the panel. I also like the material that you use, because the material is very forgiving and it hugs curves. So I really like that.
Yes. Now the thing is that the trick to this fabric, though, is because there is a pattern here, this is forgiving. I have to say, if it was a plain fabric, it wouldn't be nearly as forgiving as it is. In fact, you would feel like you have more of a tummy. But I want to actually take this look a little further. So I'm going to, another thing I want to say also, ladies, is that the thing that works for her is that the fact that there's flare here. Now, I know, Vanessa, you said initially you were nervous about flare. You're like, Tracy, I only wear bodycon dresses. But now, how do you feel in this?
I do like it. This is not as flare as it could be. Some of the skater dresses come out a little bit wider. And so
skater dresses. Now that's a different thing. Those skater dresses are very, very flared.
And so that's really not very attractive for me. But this is great. In fact, I have something similar to this, and I do like this material.
Yes.
So it's very comfortable. It clings. It doesn't get really wrinkled, and it always looks very fresh.
In fact, this just came out of the suitcase, so it doesn't get wrinkled.
I'm sure you can hand wash and just lay this flat.
That's exactly. In fact, you can hang it up in the shower. So most of my dresses that I have for myself, even this top, are actually just hand wash. I wash them in the sink and just hang them up in the shower, and the next day they're dry.
Perfect.
Which is super fantastic. And the fabric is good quality, so it lasts for a long time. So it's actually a lot more sustainable. That's the thing, is that there's a move towards sustainable fashion and having things for longer rather than a fast fashion kind of approach.
You know, it's so interesting. I was going to write a blog on that, buying less clothing, because there's such a push for very inexpensive clothing that you throw away clothing. Maybe you wear it just for that season. But I was going to write a blog about buying more quality pieces and buying fewer of them.
So I'm a big advocate of this. In fact, my collection is ethically made. So it's made in South Africa by a woman who's been working for me for a very long time. And so it's very important for me when I buy specifically. When I buy something new, I want to know where it comes from and that it's ethically made. If it's thrifted, or if it's, at one of those discount stores where it's either going to end up in a landfill or be sold at discount, then that's a different story for me. But I've become a lot more conscious, and since moving to New York, I have a lot less closet space, and so I've become very particular with the items that I buy, because I don't have much space for them.
Yeah, it's really about curating fashion. Almost like you would curate a museum where you're picking pieces, and that's definitely going to be my next blog on Style Star Sisters, which I meant to plug.
I'll definitely put the link below. You're going to have to check that out. Okay, so Vanessa, I'm going to take this a little bit further for you. Okay, so one of the things that women are very nervous about is they often feel that their tummy areas are showing, even if they're not, because with pattern, you can't see what you feel.
Got it.
Okay, but this is I tell you, this is one of my style hacks, girls, because the belt makes a huge difference. And when you are putting a belt on, don't put it down here because that's your tummy. That's not your waist. You want to go high up into your waist. Vanessa, can you feel here where your smallest part of your waist is? I can actually feel it with my fingers here.
Yes, I feel
That's where you're taking it. Okay. And then what's cool about this is that this is a soft fabric belt, so it's actually not uncomfortable to wear. And then you can leave the ties. You can cut these ties to whatever length you want. But I like to leave them down because that way it actually draws the eye down the body and makes you appear taller than you really are.
Yeah, I like it.
Because, I mean, as you know, I'm so happy that for once I have a woman who's not who's a little shorter than me, because normally I have these women like super tall. But you know, as petite women, as women who are short, and some women I've had women on my channel who've been very offended by me calling us short, but I'm short too, and I don't think it's a problem. I think it's just around learning how to dress your body shape and learn to be stylish no matter what your body shape, because we can all be stylish, girls. So this actually emphasizes your waist and makes you appear a lot taller than you are already, instantaneously. And then Vanessa, I love the necklace you have on, but I want to show you something. So when you're busty, as you are gorgeously busty, let me tell you, I'm very envious. I want you to take that necklace off because that was perfect with what you were wearing, but for this kind of neckline, I'm going to do something a little different. And
I must say, as I look for the loop to take the necklace off, I am a huge fan of necklaces and bracelets.
Yes.
And I feel bangles and cuff bracelets are everything.
Oh, yes.
I really do. So,
and also necklaces are great, especially if you're quite busty. Well, even if you're not. So I use this to this is one of my own personal favorites. Okay, so it's my personal necklace. But what I like about this is that it actually can be worn as a one necklace, so that, like, as a two-strander, which I often do to cover my décolleté because I'm fairly pale and I got some sun damage here, so that actually helps to cover that.
I see.
If my décolleté is there.
Okay.
But in this case, for Vanessa, I'm using it to really just elongate her bust area, which that's quite important, because what often happens is that as women who are busty, we want to go lower V-neck necklines. Now this isn't that V-neck, okay, but the necklace actually just draws the eye down the body and works to just separate and lift.
Oh, great tip.
Who doesn't want that?
We all want that.
I know. Now to take this look even further, Vanessa, what I would recommend is that instead of having flesh color, you know, showing the flesh, to really put a pair of black tights on underneath, because I think that's going to make you look even taller. So let's check that one out. Right, now this to me makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Can you see the difference that it makes?
Yeah, I see with the tights, and it's interesting because right now I have on stretch pants / tights.
Yes.
And I do see a difference, and we are still in winter as we speak. In fact, where snow is in the forecast.
Yes.
So this is actually perfect.
And you know, Vanessa, I want to speak to that a little bit, because often women think that in winter they can't wear dresses, and I wear dresses all year round.
Yeah, of
because
course.
what I do is I just layer them. So I'll put thermal tights on underneath, which will keep me warm, and boots, and then I put a thermal top or a body stocking like what I'm wearing underneath now. I'll put that underneath, and that really works well. And then you've got your coats and your layers on over that, and then you're inside and it's warm. So that way you
throw on a sweater.
There you go. So a jacket underneath the coat, and you know, etc.
Yes.
But this way, at least you get a lot of flexibility and a lot of wearability from just a few pieces in your closet.
Yes.
So thanks, ladies. Let us know what you think of Vanessa's new look, and whether you prefer this dress or the bodycon dress. I'd love to hear your thoughts, because you know what? There's no right or wrong. It's just about having fun with some looks and really working out what works works best for you. And then also, Vanessa, you have a fashion blog, right?
I do.
I
love fashion. My sister and I have a blog called Style Star Sisters. Please check it out. We talk about everything. We talk about dressing on a budget. We talk about fashion, and we talk about how fashion means so much to us. I have a piece on there that I entitled Shopping in My Closet, because sometimes we can go shopping in our own closet. So they're fun pieces like that.
Absolutely.
So please check it out, Style Star Sisters.
I will put the links below, so check it out. Also her Instagram, etc., etc. Those details will be in the description below. And so ladies, also just a reminder for those of you who haven't already subscribed, I do style makeover videos and fashion tip videos on Tuesdays and interviews on Fridays. So be sure to check it out, subscribe, hit the notification, that little bell that tells you when I've uploaded a new video. I'm so excited to have you part of this community. Please put your comments below. Let me know what you think and any ideas that you have going forward. And just a little shout out to those ladies who have been moaning about my video on how to dress when you're short. They've been saying, please Tracy, do a makeover or something, give us tips for women who are short and curvier than you are. So you see, the tips still work, ladies. So be sure, check that. If you haven't already, check those tips out on how to dress when you're short, because they work for almost every single body shape. You just gotta make it work for you, ladies. Don't take it so seriously. We're short, right, Vanessa?
And own it. And because every woman is beautiful and every woman looks great. So just own what you have and work with it.
I agree. I'm short. Are you ashamed to say you're short?
No, I'm petite.
I'm short. I'm fine with being short. Okay, ladies, till next time. Good to see you. Bye.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.